For more than a decade, smartphones have all followed the same pattern: a rectangle of glass, a faster processor, and a slightly better camera. But in 2025, Apple disrupted that cycle. The iPhone 17 Pro isn't just another upgrade, it's the moment smartphones were redefined. By the time the iPhone 16 Pro launched in 2024, many people had stopped feeling excited about new phones. The improvements were incremental: a brighter screen, a new protective coating, some modest AI tools, all useful, but none felt revolutionary. And this wasn't just Apple. Samsung, Google, Xiaomi, all of them were making excellent devices, but most looked and functioned the same. For the first time in years, the smartphone market seemed to be running out of ideas. The truth is, innovation had slowed down. Phones had become powerful enough for most tasks, and yearly upgrades felt like small steps instead of big leaps. Consumers noticed this. Many people began holding onto their devices longer, waiting 3 or 4 years before upgrading, because the differences no longer justified the cost. Tech fatigue had set in, and the once electric excitement of launch days began to fade into routine. That's why the iPhone 17 Pro matters. It isn't just about one standout feature. Instead, Apple rethought the phone from top to bottom. Its design, materials, display, battery, camera, and the silicon that powers everything. It's a device born from the need to break the cycle of just another phone, and finally remind us why we fell in love with smartphones in the first place. But how exactly did they pull this off? On the surface, the iPhone 17 Pro still looks familiar, but look closer and you see some of the most significant design changes Apple has made in years. The iPhone 17 Pro is slightly thicker and just a bit heavier than the 16 Pro, about 3% more. But thanks to its redesigned aluminium frame and refined internal layout, it feels more balanced and more durable in everyday use. Apple's engineers reduced internal bulk, optimized the component layout, and slimmed down the bezels, making the 17 Pro surprisingly comfortable in the hand despite the added weight. The bezels are noticeably thinner this year. Apple has trimmed the borders around the display, creating a more immersive viewing experience without sacrificing comfort or usability. It's a subtle change, but when the screen stretches closer to the edge, the iPhone feels more modern, almost cinematic. The company has also re-engineered the button system. Apple retained the action button with refined button design and feedback, contributing to a cleaner side profile. The result is a cleaner design with fewer moving parts, reducing the chance of wear while keeping the interface flexible. Color options are more refined as well. Instead of chasing flashy finishes, designers lean into timeless tones: silver, cosmic orange, deep blue. Each finish highlights the aluminum unibody in a way that emphasizes craftsmanship and premium feel. Even the internal design reflects Apple's priorities. The new layout improves heat dissipation, allowing the A19 chip to perform at peak power for longer without overheating. It also makes the phone slightly easier to service, a nod to sustainability and right-to-repair movements. This design shift might sound incremental, but in practice, it makes the device feel new in your hand. A tool that is both refined and practical. And the real change, it isn't just in the shape, it's in what the phone is made from. The iPhone 17 Pro continues Apple's move toward titanium, but with a twist. Apple is now using a next-generation titanium alloy that's stronger, lighter, and more resistant to scratches than before. Compared to the iPhone 16 Pro, the 17 feels sturdier while shedding unnecessary weight. This shift isn't just cosmetic. Titanium is far more durable than stainless steel, yet it keeps the device light enough for daily use. It also resists corrosion, meaning the phone will look newer for longer. Apple has even re-engineered the polishing process, giving the titanium frame a refined, almost jewelry-like finish. What makes this alloy particularly interesting is its balance between luxury and practicality. It's tough enough to survive the bumps and drops of everyday life, yet elegant enough to fit Apple's design philosophy. Apple has even emphasized sustainability here. Part of the titanium is sourced from recycled materials, making the phone not only stronger, but more environmentally responsible. The choice isn't only about durability, it positions the iPhone as something more than disposable tech. It's a precision tool, almost like a high-end watch or camera, a device built to last, not just until the next model. But materials are only part of the story. The screen is where the device truly shows its evolution. Apple has pushed display technology to its limits with the iPhone 17 Pro. The new OLED panel reaches an astonishing 3000 nits of peak brightness, making it the brightest iPhone screen ever, and one of the most advanced displays on any smartphone. This means outdoor visibility has dramatically improved. Under harsh sunlight, the screen stays legible, with outdoor contrast now twice as good as before. To cut down on glare, Apple introduced a brand new anti-reflective coating, combined with Ceramic Shield 2, which offers 3 times better scratch resistance than glass. The display feels both sharper and more durable than ever. The refresh rate remains adaptive up to 120 Hz, but Apple's refinements make it more power efficient. Animations look fluid, videos are crisp, and scrolling feels effortless, all without the same battery penalty. And the bezels? Almost invisible. The screen now stretches so close to the edges that it feels like holding the content itself. Watching movies, gaming, or simply browsing becomes more immersive. This isn't just a display, it's Apple turning the front of the phone into a canvas. At the core of the iPhone 17 Pro is the A19 Pro chip, built on an upgraded 3nm processor. This processor includes a 6-core CPU with 2 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores, plus a 6-core GPU. Each core is equipped with a neural accelerator that supercharges on-device AI. Apple also introduced a 16-core neural engine, capable of 60 trillion operations per second, paired with second-generation dynamic caching, a larger system cache, and a bump of 12 GB of RAM, up from 8 GB in the 16 Pro. The iPhone 17 Pro takes multitasking and machine learning to levels no smartphone has reached before. So, what does this mean in practice? It means console-quality gaming running natively. It means real-time ProRes video editing without dropping frames. It means AI workflows, live translations, generative photo edits, even automatic video storyboarding happening instantly, without cloud dependency. And here's the magic. All of this is happening seamlessly, without you even noticing. Imagine designing a 3D model while on a FaceTime call, or editing a cinematic video while your phone quietly translates captions in the background. No lag, no waiting, just fluid computing. The A19 Pro isn't just faster, it's smarter. It adapts to your habits, preloading the apps you use most, and learning the workflows you rely on. Over time, your iPhone feels less like a tool and more like a digital co-pilot, anticipating what you need before you ask. For the first time, an iPhone doesn't feel like a phone with a computer inside. It feels like a computer that just happens to fit in your hand. One of the biggest frustrations with smartphones has always been endurance. Here, Apple made one of its boldest improvements. The iPhone 17 Pro now lasts up to 33 hours of video playback, while the iPhone 17 Pro Max stretches that to an astonishing 39 hours, the longest battery life ever in an iPhone. Fast charging is also better. With the right adapter, you can charge to 50% in just 20 minutes. Both models support MagSafe and QI 2.2 wireless, charging at up to 25 watts, making wireless charging faster and more reliable than before. The bottom line? For the first time in years, you don't have to think about charging during the day. The phone simply keeps up. This is where Apple makes its boldest statement. The iPhone 17 Pro introduces a periscope telephoto lens with up to 8 times optical zoom, a huge leap from the iPhone 16 Pro's 3 times zoom. That means sharper, more detailed long-distance shots, whether you're capturing wildlife, sporting events, or cityscapes. But zoom is only the beginning. For the first time, all 3 rear cameras are 48 megapixels, delivering higher resolution across wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto. Combined with the A19 Pro's image processing pipeline, photography and videography feel transformed. Apple also added ProRes RAW video recording, a professional-level feature that was once exclusive to cinema cameras. The new photonic engine uses machine learning to reduce noise, enhance detail, and preserve color accuracy in ways that make both photos and videos look remarkably lifelike. Low-light performance is dramatically improved, and stabilization has been refined for handheld shooting. Meanwhile, all three cameras now support 4K video recording, giving creators more flexibility than ever. The result? The iPhone 17 Pro isn't just a phone camera anymore. It's a professional imaging system, one that Hollywood directors, YouTubers, and casual users alike can use to create content that rivals dedicated equipment. All of this raises an important question: why does it matter? After all, every new phone promises better cameras and faster chips. The difference is that the iPhone 17 Pro doesn't just upgrade specs, it shifts expectations. It redefines the smartphone's role in our lives. No longer just a communication device, it's now a professional tool, an AI assistant, and a precision-engineered object. It blurs the line between phone, computer, and camera. And because Apple sets the tone for the industry, this reinvention forces competitors to follow. Samsung, Google, and others will now be measured against the standard Apple has created. The ripple effect is enormous. If Apple normalizes AI-powered on-device workflows, expect Android manufacturers to refine their own neural processors. If Apple sets titanium alloy as the new baseline for durability, rivals will have to rethink their materials too. But perhaps the biggest impact is cultural. Smartphones have long been seen as disposable gadgets, traded in every year or two for the latest version. By positioning the iPhone 17 Pro as something closer to a professional instrument like a camera or a laptop, Apple is asking people to think differently. This isn't a device you toss aside quickly, it's built to last and to evolve with you. That shift changes consumer psychology. People begin to view their phones less as fashion accessories and more as long-term investments. And in a world where billions already rely on smartphones as their primary computer, that redefinition matters. In short, the iPhone 17 Pro matters because it moves the conversation forward. It challenges the entire industry to raise the bar, and in doing so, reshapes how we use and value the most important device in our daily lives. In 2007, the first iPhone reinvented the phone and took over the world. In 2025, the iPhone 17 Pro reinvented the smartphone itself, not because of titanium, not because of the A19 Pro chip, not even because of the camera, but because it changed what we expect a phone to be. Over the past 20 years, 3 billion plus iPhones were sold. It's almost impossible to imagine life without this product. Today, the iPhone 17 marks the start of a new era, one where smartphones are no longer just gadgets, but essential tools that reshape how we create, communicate, and live. It's proof that the story of technology is still being written, and with this chapter, Apple has made sure this one is worth remembering.